Holy crap, this is steep. Alright, so I don't know if it's possible on camera to tell just how steep this is, but the summit's right up there. This is the final push to it, and it is bloody steep. I'm not even gonna try it. We're already spinning along, and this goes up really steep and then turns and gets even steeper. Also, the summit's very exposed. It's nice and flat, but we got a pretty decent, like, it's not heavy snow yet, but it probably will be tonight. And it's yeah, it's blowing pretty good. So if I go up there, I'm just gonna get blasted by wind all night. So I think I'm gonna try to find a place down here that's sheltered by trees a bit. First, I'm gonna have to try to turn around here, which will be interesting. We've been sliding around a lot, and yeah, I'm gonna go down and just down here, just below the summit, and see if I can find some good cover. And then in the morning, I'll head up to the summit. Maybe if it clears a bit. It's maybe like a 10-minute walk at the most. Well, this ain't working. Trying to turn the bike around, and yeah, it's just sliding. It's pretty steep, so it's kind of, well, I guess we're gonna put it off the edge there, and we'll do that. Put it in gear, see if I can get to go forward a little bit. Come on. There we go. It's fun on the slope. Now it's the back of the bike sliding down. Front sliding. Oh, there we go. The front sliding pretty good, actually. That makes it easier. Alright. Come on. There we go. Get back up into neutral. Yep, it's in neutral. Cool. Alright, let's look for a spot to camp. I'm actually surprised the wind's blowing up with the trail. I thought it'd be blowing the other way, so yeah, we're gonna be more in the wind than I want. That's okay. We'll make do, we always do. And you know what? This, we can stop working on it. This looks like a pretty decent spot to me. Yeah, this will work just fine. Something like that. And complete darkness except for the sound of the howling wind. Guess I better make sure none of these trees are gonna fall on me. Nah, they're all pretty small. I mean, that one's dead, so that's not good. So maybe I should set up camp right back here. Yeah, here we go. Out of range of that one, mostly. Yeah, we'll do this. Well, the tent's all set up. Yeah, I'm assuming I don't have to mention this, but it is cold up here. Like, quite cold. Yeah. Probably kind of obvious by the snow, but there you go. So much as I like to keep that light on, I guess I shouldn't drain the battery. There's just something kind of comforting about having a nice bright light, but oh well. So we'll just listen to the wind and probably the wildlife. See if we get coyotes tonight. Anyway, I'm gonna take off all this gear, which is gonna be nice and cold, and then get into my other stuff, which will be nice and warm. It'll be fine until the morning. And then you have to get out of your nice warm sleeping bag and put your stuff on, which is gonna be cold. But anyway, warm. on bridge to 10. Well, I'm not sure how well the camera picks it up, but sounds like the snow's hitting the tent pretty hard, and that wind is just howling. So yeah, I think we got a pretty good blizzard going on outside, and I don't feel like getting out to check. But it definitely sounds like it. Well, see if we can get some sleep here. Well, just got up about 6:30. That looks pretty cool outside. Quite chilly still. That looks like a bit of snow. Definitely the side of the tent's pretty frozen. I think the snow by looks of it was mostly just blowing across. Like our tire tracks are mostly filled in, but not too much more than that. Oh yeah, I guess we'll see. We might get a cool sunrise, might not. Not sure yet. All right, finally get out of the tent. Getting up in the morning is the hardest part. But, yeah, it's pretty chilly. Definitely pretty chilly last night. So the tent, this was kind of a test to see how this tent does in the snow, because I haven't tried this particular one, and usually I've got the saddlebags on and everything, so I've got a bunch of extra stuff. So this is just a test to see how this setup would do with just kind of the minimum. And it did pretty good. The top of my sleeping bag got pretty wet. It's kind of frozen now, which is fine. It still stayed warm just because the wind was blowing so hard it was blowing all the snow up under this thing and through the vent in the roof. So I guess that's kind of a problem. You can kind of see how much is packed under there. It's warmed up quite a bit now. It was a lot colder this morning. It's let's see, what is it actually? It's yeah, -7 now. So it's still pretty chilly, but definitely warmed up a lot. It looks like nice clear skies, so I'm thinking let's head the rest of the way up to that peak there, take a walk, and maybe while we're at it, we'll hike across to the next peak. It's pretty close. So yeah, we'll see. Well, here we are. We are at the peak. I'm thinking that peak over there is actually just a little taller, so I'm thinking I might just climb down here and head up that one while I'm at it. 'Cause why not? Yeah, it's a nice morning. As my original plan was to camp out at a mountain. You can't really see it from here. It's kind of in those clouds now, but it's usually clouded in whenever the weather's bad. So I figured I probably wouldn't get a view, and yeah, looking at it, I wouldn't have. It looks like it's all clouded in over there. But this looks nice. Pretty sure we're gonna see some more storms. Looks pretty cool. Sun's out for a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be out for very long. Just finding a way down here. Not too bad. A little slippery. Looks like the moon's still out. If you can see it on the camera, you probably can. Looks like there's a lot of larches around here, so this probably would have looked nice a little earlier. They're all the needles have kind of fallen now, so it's a little late, but probably looked nice a few weeks ago. So this is kind of cool. I found this thing's tracks earlier. Look how far it was jumping. Like the gap between its tracks. Like we have 4 prints here. And then here, let me count this out. What's that? It's about 10 feet between tracks. Maybe a little more. And then it's another like maybe 8 feet between these tracks. And another 6 feet between these tracks. Yeah, whatever that thing was, it was moving fast. Can't really tell what it was because kind of chewed up the ground with every step. Like sprayed a good bit of dirt. Huh, must have been something pretty big. Been an elk or something, I guess. Well, we made it over here to this interesting looking object. Kind of creaking a lot. Probably all the metal expanding now that the sun's hitting it. Yeah. Still looks pretty nice out. Looks like it's maybe another snowstorm rolling in. Looking over this way, it's definitely getting a little darker. Well, I think we got a bit of time still. Pretty neat little lake down here. That's kind of cool. Looks pretty low. Looks like that lake can get a lot deeper. Yeah, pretty nice up here. quite peaceful, warming up a little bit, and yeah, pretty cool. So I've been finding a lot of berries still. There's tons of them. They're all completely frozen, of course, but they all taste just fine. Just frozen. They're actually really good still. So, snagging a bunch of those on the way. Well, back at the bike now. Got a fire going, which wasn't too hard with all this moss and stuff on the trees. It was pretty easy. It's going pretty good. Got that little stove going to cook up some pasta. Don't really need the fire because I'm not actually cooking anything on it. I mean, I could cook the pasta on the fire, but I'll just use the stove. But it's just kind of nice having a fire going. Clouds are increasing a little bit. Not much blue sky left, so we're probably gonna be in for another snowstorm soon. But I probably got a little bit left. Well, breakfast is ready. Just some pasta. Got a bunch of garlic in there, and what else I put in? I think some paprika and a whole bunch of spices. Should be pretty good. Got a nice little fire going. Stay nice and warm. And yeah, I'll finish up breakfast and wrap up the tent, and I guess get out of here. Alrighty. Well, it's you can see the snow just hitting the mountains over there. Snow's covering over there, and you can see it working its way this way. So it's definitely getting here. Actually, you can see a little bit falling, but barely any. It's one thing I didn't foresee was not being able to get the key in the ignition because my ignition was totally frozen. So I ended up actually needing the fire for that because I had to warm the key up a few times, and each time it would go in a little farther. So let's see. I know it doesn't like the cold any more than I do, so hopefully it'll start. Let's see. Yeah, it did pretty slow about it, but just barely, I'd say. Cool. Let's, give it a bit to warm up. It's pretty cold still. And yeah, kind of glad to start. I wish I'd still give you a Kickstarter for those things, but it doesn't have one. It's just got the starter, because I can always roll start it, but you're not going to be able to roll start it on this stuff when you have no traction. Well, I'll put this the rest of the way out and get moving. The back tire is just slipping, so it's kind of doing as much as it can, but I can't touch the front brakes or we're going to drop it, so we'll just have to just let it slide as fast as it wants to slide. Alright, well, that's the worst of it.